Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Sorry for yesterday. This app that I use to stream on both Facebook and YouTube had an update that needed to be done, and it was glitching, and it wouldn't allow me to connect to either Facebook or YouTube on their servers. And so I had to wait for the fix to come through, and unfortunately that didn't happen right away. So I missed you guys yesterday. I'm really sorry for that. But the good news is I was ready for you yesterday. It wasn't one of those occasions like in the last 3 years. I've had 3 times that I didn't go live, other than there were a couple of days where I didn't go live because I didn't have my phone. I was locked away in seclusion on a really good retreat weekend. I didn't do it that weekend either. But the 3 days that I didn't do it were because, well, I was depressed. Yesterday was not that occasion. Yesterday, I was ready to go. The machine wouldn't work. That's what happens. So, glad to be here today. Glad it's working. Glad that Rhonda and Chris are here, and all the rest of you that may be following as well. Grateful for all of you that follow through. Don't forget, I have a website, pastorstitch.com. You can subscribe on the Pastor Stitch YouTube channel. That would be greatly helpful to me, by the way, if you could do that, so that it increases the audience. Not that I monetize or anything else, but the more people that can see it, hopefully the more these words have influence. So if you could do that, that would be great. So today is February 7th, 2024, and we will be looking at Proverbs chapter 7 today. Solomon's talking to his sons, and he's going to have a conversation with them about what it looks like to be wayward. And so I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and read from verse 6 to the end of the chapter in Proverbs chapter 7 today. But I'm going to read part of it for you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, take too much time. Good morning, Random. Glad you're here. In Proverbs chapter 7, verse 6 and 7, Solomon says, "At the window of my house I looked through my lattice. I saw among the inexperienced. I noticed among the youths a man lacking sense." He goes on to explain what happens when you lack sense and how the young man gets seduced and doesn't see the ulterior motive or the danger in the seduction. All of us have been there. Every one of us, where we have lacked sense and had somebody that was watching and trying to do something about it, and we weren't paying attention. In verse 24 through 27, Solomon has this to say. "Now, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Don't let your hearts turn aside to those ways. Don't stray onto those paths. For they have brought many down to death. The victims are countless. The house is the road to Sheol. It descends into the chambers of death." See, when we lack experience, we shouldn't be making decisions without consulting those with experience. It's why in recovery we have mentors, sponsors. I know a lot of people, they focus more on the accountability partners. And I'm going to tell you, accountability partners are great. If they have sponsors they're checking with first. But if you all are holding each other accountable and none of you are listening to mentors, you're all going to get sucked down the same path. Blind leading blind is always dangerous. Accountability partners are only useful when your mentor says this is what you need to do, and you go to your accountability partner and say, I'm going to start doing this because my mentor, my sponsor, said I need to do this. Would you like to do it with me so that we can keep going? And your accountability partner says, let me check with my sponsor. And then comes back and says, my sponsor says that would be good for me too. Let's do that together. Accountability partners are priceless to share the load. They are worthless to lead you. Remember that today. Solomon reminds his sons, reminds you and I. If he was talking to his daughters, he would have been talking to them too. Take the advice of those with experience. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.